Yes, guys, here we go in a whole different direction. Hello, guys, welcome, or if you've already seen my channel before, yes, welcome back. I am the Philadelphia Whovian, and yes, guys, we're going to be doing a video on something I did not see coming. Literally just jumped up and bit me in the behind, even before I knew it was present, and that was a video on the TV show Doc Martin. Not the clothing accessory, yes, not the shoe, no, the show Doc Martin. And before I begin to talk about Doc Martin, guys, I'm going to do something I do often on this channel. If you're new to watching my videos, I wish to clarify. Every, YouTube channel has their gimmick. Of course, a lot of them have the very good effects and editing because they're good at that sort of thing, where I am not. Other ones have a rating system. They love to rate things. Other ones love to talk about the ratings of a TV show and of how many people are watching it. That's their gimmick. That's the thing they love to talk about. Or Rotten Tomatoes reviews. And then there's me. What do I like to do? Tell stories. Yes, that's my thing. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the story of how I discovered Dr. Martin, or Doc Martin, if you will. Okay, guys, I'm setting the stage. Here we go. So, I was here on YouTube discussing a TV show with someone that he said was really good, and I went on eBay to research it and found out, unfortunately, it was not Region 1. But what did catch my attention was another show I had always thought about watching, but I never got around to. All Creatures Great and Small. And I looked it up, and I did find it on YouTube. Sorry, did I say YouTube? I totally said YouTube. You can see where my mind is at. On eBay. And I found it, but underneath it, there was, oh, well, if you like this, here's another recommended video. Doc Martin. And for the guys who are like, usually, if you know my channel, usually I go off recommendations. People here on my channel recommend things for me to watch, and I go and see them. Nobody recommended Doc Martin to me. I never knew this existed at all until it just happened to come up in my recommended feed. Well, I still have not been able to get a hold of All Creatures Great and Small yet, still waiting for a good collection to be a reasonable price. However, Doc Martin was very affordable, and I was able to buy it with a special of buy 2 DVDs, get 1 free, where I got season 1 of WKRP in Cincinnati, Doc Martin, Series 4, and another TV show, Season 4 of Reba. So I was like, whoa, this is a gold mine. But I was hoping, I'm like, wait a minute, I bought something with no knowledge of if it's good or not. No one's recommended this to me. What if I bought something that was absolutely not funny? But then I said, wait a minute. The London Evening Standard said it was absolutely bloody hilarious. I'm going to trust this. And I got it. I put it in. I watched it. The credits came up. And I believe it stars Martin Clunes, Carolyn Katz. Then also I believe it is Ian McNeice and Stephanie Cole, but correct me if I'm wrong about that in the comment section. And of course, Martin Clunes is Doc Martin. And just for those who have not seen this show, I'm going to make it easy for you and try and give you the next connection to it. If you've ever seen House MD, which is a medical show where it's a modern medical version of Sherlock Holmes, where House MD is a doctor version of Sherlock Holmes, played by the excellent Hugh Laurie. Okay, think of that. Now take that concept of this doctor who's an absolute genius and an absolute dick, but put it in Britain. And I believe, I want to say it's Portwyn is the small country town. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's Portwyn is a small country town that he's in, and therefore he's not in this big hotel like House is. No, he's a small country doctor, and add to all this, on top of being a complete dick, he also has a phobia of blood. Yes, brilliant doctor, brilliant surgeon, and has a phobia of blood. Yes, afraid of blood. Naturally, that's kind of a setback for him. But also because I got in Series 4 and not Series 1. Yes, I got in the middle of a show because I like sometimes going into the middle of a show because that's when sometimes the really good episodes are usually in the middle sometimes. And here's the thing. A lot's already happened. Of course, it would have. But the thing about this show, well, the many things I could recommend about the show, the first one is, even if you've not seen the previous seasons, it's easy to really get into the show and find out what's going on. But I'll give you some history. Okay, the previous season, clearly Dr. Martin was engaged to a woman, and it ended in a disastrous situation. And it starts out with him trying to get better. Like, the season starts out with him trying to learn to get better at being used to the sight of blood, so he can get a pristine job in London in a big hospital. He wants to really work on this phobia that he has developed. Then, here's the thing. Very first episode, we get 2 love interests at one time. A love from his distant past, who also was a doctor, is a doctor, but his recent ex-fiancée, who shows up at his door, and she is pregnant with his child. Naturally, shenanigans are going to ensue, and there are lots of amazing characters in this. That's the thing. Doc Martin, I said again, if you like House MD, think of that as Doc Martin. He's very enjoyable to watch because he is surly, self-centered, a complete dick. He is. He's a dick. Absolute. But he is a genius at his profession. He's an incredible doctor. So you put up with his tactlessness because, by God, he's just that damn good at what he does. He saves lives, and he does. Think about it. To have this tactless nature, the self-centeredness, being surly, but you care a lot about human life at the same time. The irony of that is always quite incredible to me. It's a good idea to write. And Doc Martin's a good character, and Martin Clunes is amazing at playing him. All the actors are amazing in this. He also has, what makes this good is, it's a show where there's that definite lead, Doc Martin, but it's also kind of an ensemble show, because there are lots of eccentric characters in this that come together and really make this work. You have this incompetent cop who's just so lovable. You also have his Aunt Joan, who's a wonderful woman as well, and she loves him even when he's tactless. She just does. And then you have, again, his ex-fiancée, who's also a very good character. And you see some, because it's a comedy, you can get away with political incorrectness. For example, there's this one episode where she gets a midwife. Yeah, a midwife comes to help her, but she has an infection while the midwife is there, and Doc Martin, prescribes some medicine for her, and the midwife says, do not take it. And she has this very, rise against the power of the man, don't listen to the man mentality. And eventually, his ex-fiancée realizes, wait a minute, you are not a good individual to be around. It's your problem. You have a problem with gender, and it's your problem. He is a good doctor, even if he is a dick. So eventually she does listen to Doc Martin. And it's also about their relationship and the fact that she is pregnant with his baby, and he is, again, a surly guy. So she's planning on raising the child by herself. She does not want him to be a part of raising the child. And it does end very well, though. But again, talk about really fun characters. For example, we have a oil rigger who's going deaf in the first episode. We've got that one. We also have a guy in this show who ate his own hair, and it's building up inside of him, and he even coughed up a hairball. We have a married couple who, to save money on their taxi service, on their taxi, company, they made their own fuel, but the fuel was poisonous, so they were actually poisoning themselves by making their own fuel. It's a very, again, it's an lead character is Dr. Martin, but still because it gives you that ensemble feel, which is very good. The comedy is actually very incredible. His receptionist also has a very interesting relationship with her boyfriend and her boyfriend's father, who iconic actor is also that guy too. So again, lots of really good characters in this that really flesh out the world that is happening in this small country town. And I personally really loved it. I would heavily recommend it, especially if you like medical comedies, you like eccentric characters. I would heavily recommend Doc Martin. And those of you guys who have seen Doc Martin, what did you think about it? Did you like it? Do you not like it? I'll be surprised if people don't like it, but hey, each to his own. Again, Doc Martin, incredible. I would recommend. Sorry for the glare of the lighting. Yes, I could only film at night because I work during the day. What do you want from me? But yes, I would heavily recommend Doc Martin if you have not already seen it. It's a very funny comedy, and so far so good. And guys who've seen previous seasons, tell me about it. Tell me, is it the previous season's really good as well? Because I did love this season. So is it consistently like that? And I believe someone even told me Doc Martin might still be going on It's got like many seasons to it, and it's still going on. If it has, let me know in the comments section. Either way, yes, guys, I had a fun time watching Doc Martin. Have you seen it? Have you not? Let me know in the comment section. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. And again, if you have any other shows you wish to recommend me to watch, I will get on that very, very soon. Or as soon as time allows me to. Guys, thank you so much for being awesome. You're wonderful. Bye, guys.